Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Viewers, I am Dr. Muhammad Saleem Iqbal, Deputy Controller of Examination, Assistant Professor of Surgery, Certified in Medical Teaching from University of Health Sciences Lahore, Research and Clinical Coordinator to Vice Chancellor Faisalabad Medical University Faisalabad, and Official Spokesman Faisalabad Medical University Faisalabad. Today I am here with another important topic, but before I proceed to today's topic, I request you to subscribe my channel and press bell icon and stay in touch to get latest update about surgery. Today I am going to discuss about ideal informed consent. First step in informed consent is introduction. Attending doctor has to introduce himself or herself along with his qualification and experience to gain confidence of patient and his or her family. Then he or she should identify the patient. Then the attending person should get introduction of patient, his lifestyle and education status. Number second point for informed consent is to explore the patient, that how much he knows about the disease, what different types of investigation has been done previously, and up till now any question in the mind of patient about his or her disease. Third step is diagnosis. You have to tell the patient and their family what is final diagnosis and what are the points in history, examination and investigation that are favoring diagnosis. The next step is to discuss about treatment. What is treatment that is proposed to the patient and why this treatment is proposed, and is there any other better way? Then in next step we have to discuss different options. What other surgical options are available, and we have to discuss about chemotherapy or radiotherapy if they are useful for the disease. Attending doctor has to discuss success rate of each option. Then patient should be informed about hazards if he or she defer the treatment. In next step, results of surgery should be discussed, that is what is outcome of surgery, how much it is painful, and what will be the duration of pain post-operatively, what will be the cosmetic effects of surgery, how much expected stay in the hospital, and time for return to normal activity. Then all the eventualities have to be discussed. For example, there may be possibility of removing uterus during fibroid surgery, possibility of removing testicles during hernia surgery, and so on. These all eventualities should be discussed in the process of taking informed consent. Patients and attendants should be informed about adverse events, that is complications of anesthesia, complications relevant to surgery, early complication and late complications. Then the attending person should assess the understanding of the patient and their family, and he or she has to ask whether the patient has understood all the things discussed. So it is a time for open questions. Ask patients to do open question. Ask him if anything left that is not clear in his mind, or he or she needs more clarity and details about the discussed points. Finally, notes. Document everything that is discussed and agreed. Get it signed from patient and close relative. I am very thankful to you for your kind attention and valuable time. Stay blessed, stay in touch and take care. Allah Hafiz.